Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is a part 2 of my spend analysis a series or videos, and right now we're diving into my time in Nigeria. So yeah, I think this is where I spent the most money. Definitely this is where I spent the most money. Anyway, to help your girl, to be fair, I knew I was going to do these videos to compare like which country is the most expensive. At the moment it's looking like Cape Town was the cheapest place of all the 3 countries. If you want to see a deep dive of that, check that out, because I did do that. The long and short is, if you want to live your best life, is Cape Town. I made quite a few videos about my time out there. Check them out. I have a series going, and that was a solo trip as well. So girl, boy, go and have you some good time. Anyway, we digress. Emma. I normally use Snoop. I chose to use Emma because I wanted to make the most. Apparently they're the best, or they're really good at tracking spending and spending analysis, and I managed to do what I needed to do within like an hour. So create an account, connect my bank account, and create categories. So I created 3 categories. So I signed up for their premium or pro account. In the free version you can only have 1 extra category, and you can only connect up to 2 accounts. The difference I've noticed between Snoop and Emma, and correct me if maybe I'm like I didn't read or Snoop has updated themselves. Emma connects to your PayPal. So, you know, whilst you only have 2 bank accounts that you can use in the free version, you can utilize PayPal because PayPal connects to everything. Yeah. Anyway, let's go into that. You want to go to the home page, connect to your bank accounts, create all your categories. To see the spend analysis, you go straight down on the feed page, go to analytics and budgeting. And then at the top, I want to select the yearly option and select 2023. I don't want to select just the months I was there because my spending for the trip started way before, for example, flights, hotels. So we want to do that and then go straight to the category that is relevant, and NG is the one we're after. And in there are 29 transactions, boy oh boy, totaling 2,935. I think that's the total. I can say it's going to be rough because obviously some things are missed out, but I think it's a very strong indicator of how much I spent in Nigeria. Let's start from the bottom because that's where the journey is. I'm going to blur out names. I know you lot are nosy. The journey starts with a £50 payment to my friend Taylor. And this is my deposit, my confirmation that I am coming because I am paying my deposit for what? Ashore-B. Is it Ashore-B or Ashore-B? I don't know. Basically, I looked good. And then the second commitment was flights. Now, at this point, I knew that I wanted to enjoy my life. I knew that I wasn't going to be coming from the UK. I was going to be coming from South Africa. So I booked a flight in August. I'm just exposing myself here, but anyway, I booked my flight from Cape Town to Nigeria, and I think that's why it's quite reasonable because it's within the continent. That was £320. Of course, it was booked, I think, decently in advance, so I managed to save. I used Uber 4 times. No, tell a lie. Actually, I made an Uber friend, and so I was now paying him through Lemfi direct. I clearly used less Uber into the Uber in the Uber app. And so the Lemfi transactions you will see are like bulk transactions to top up my Lemfi, and I was using Lemfi to pay for things. Basically in Nigeria, everybody knows their account number by heart, and I was just like, oh my god, because I guess, yeah, anyway, I found that fascinating. You ask them, give me your account number, give me your full name, and you just send money and boom, right there. Lemfi sometimes is instant, sometimes it's not. It's a hit and miss. It just depends on how they're feeling, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, the last transaction I made with Lemfi when they blocked my account was in a hair salon. They didn't fancy the hair salon that I was, and this was a professional hair salon. This was a nice hair salon. Anyway, they said something was wrong, something was dodgy, and they took 2 weeks to come back to me. So that in that time, I had to find an alternative. So the first time I took cash out in Nigeria was literally 2 weeks after being there. I was moving cashless the whole time. And this is also why I was having issues with Uber drivers, because they prefer cash. I realized after some time, but I think it is possible. Do you know what's funny? The day I had cash, it was the day I was going to Ibadan for my friend's wedding. It was a Friday. I went through such a hustle to get this cash. And then I was like, let me go and get myself some coffee, because now I've got cash. It's my first time touching Naira. And this lady says to me, "Oh, madam, we don't take cash." I said, what? World Remit came to my as my savior, to be very honest with you. So you will see World Remit transactions here. I don't know what the hell I was paying for. That was £36.70. I don't know. Nigeria is expensive. That's all I can say. The last transaction there is for excess luggage and tipping the guy that was helping me throughout the airport. The great thing about Nigeria, this is going to sound so bad, but the great thing about Nigeria, a lot of things are available if you're willing to pay. For example, if you want somebody to help you throughout the airport, somebody can. And I think it was so helpful for me because I was by myself. And that was that transaction, to pay for excess luggage and also to tip him, to just say thank you, because he was lovely. He was very lovely. When I'm going back, he's my plug. Hopefully he will. Anyway, got his number. Collect numbers when you're in Nigeria from people that make sense. Collect numbers. I can't tell you what these payments are for, but all I can say is World Remit should be your friend. Your friends should be your friends. Lemfi should be a friend that you keep close but don't depend on them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The most expensive thing was my hotel, which was £882. I stayed there for 3 weeks. For the amount of time I stayed, this didn't include food. So most of the Lemfi transactions you're seeing, they're for paying for food. So what I was doing is, like 4 days go by, I would then clear the room service. 4 days go by, clear the room service. Pretty much like every Monday and every Thursday or Friday, I'll call the hotel to ask them to give me all my receipts, check them, and then pay. Yeah, and they were really professional and really just they got into the swing of like how I was managing my money whilst I was with them, and I really loved my stay there. Actually, I'm gonna plug them in and put them down below because they were comfortable. It was like a suite with a separate room for just chilling, a bed, a bathroom, which was, for what it was, I think it was good. It was in Lekki phase 1. Literally all the things that I wanted to do or that I had booked to try and do whilst I was there, they were on Victoria Island. But Victoria Island prices just don't make sense. Like, the businesses there are worth it, but the house prices for Airbnb or for hotel make no sense. That's how I was left feeling. The most expensive thing in Nigeria was just food. Things like makeup artists, tailoring. When you go out, if you're going in a group, you probably won't pay, especially if there's like, Nigerian men are very chivalrous, very, very chivalrous. And then also, like I said in my other video, I don't drink alcohol, so that's a big deal, big caveat. So long story short, the most expensive thing was my hotel and then my flights. The least expensive thing was like Uber rides here and there, Uber rides. But my Uber rides in Nigeria were not as cheap as Cape Town. Cape Town remains on top as the cheapest place. So one thing I noticed, right, in terms of consistent quality, consistent as in like if you go to person B and if you go to person A, you are going to get the same level of quality. In South Africa, that's where it's at. And also consistency per worldly standards, South Africa is where it's at. Nigeria, it depends who you are, it depends who you're dealing with, and it depends where you are. The quality is not consistent. It's there, but like an inside person has to give you a plug for you to know where the good is, if that makes sense. I went spa, one of the best spas I've ever been, Nigeria. But that was a referral, that was a recommendation. In general, what I was saying, in Nigeria, I felt like what you pay for doesn't always necessarily mean you're going to get the best. There's no consistency, but if referrals are very, very powerful because the people that know, they know kind of thing. And yeah, you need that plug. I didn't want to stay in an Airbnb because I didn't feel safe to be by myself. I wanted to be in a hotel that somebody knows I'm there, and there is like staff that are, you know, that sense of community, that sense of, yeah, that made me feel more comfortable, at least until my friends came. Even when my friends came, I still stayed at the hotel, but I'll go out with them. They'll come pick me up, or I'll go to them and then they'll drop me back, or like I'll go meet people and then they'll come and drop me back. So that sort of thing. So hotel is a way to go, I would say, if you're going solo. Even if you're not going solo, I think if you're staying with a friend, it's better, you're saving money, but leave room for the fact that maybe some days you just want your space. Maybe book a weekend or a few days somewhere else. I don't know, but don't skimp and get referrals, because quality can be tricky to find in Nigeria. Quality and consistency, and of course safety is a big deal. Everybody's very cautious out there. You want to be very able to read the room, and also don't talk too much. In Uber rides, what was annoying me, I realized, is Uber drivers would be trying to talk to me, telling me story. I didn't want to talk because I don't want them to hear, like, I felt like if I speak, they'll hear that I'm foreign, and I was scared that they might take the piss. I don't know. It was all in my head. There's a lot in my head. I was cautious because obviously, like, I've made quite a few videos. If you want to check out that series, check it out. Nigeria was the top, but I'm not mad at this. I am mad about what I spent in Ghana, and that's the last video, which is part 3. I'll make that separate. But I think the amount I spent out in Nigeria was worth every penny. Also within this price is me going to Ibadan. So things like I did pay for where I stayed in Ibadan. We all contributed something. And also like the taxi to Ibadan. Once you're there, the food and stuff, it's all part of, you know. I had the best time. I think it's a toss-up between Nigeria and Cape Town, where I had the best time. But right now, where I'm craving most to go back is Nigeria. So do what you will with that information. The people are just a wonder to be around. I love the energy. It's madness, but it's energy. Shout out to everyone who made my trip successful, indirectly, directly. Honestly, literally, in all my travels, nothing went wrong. I did not feel unsafe at any one point. I did nothing apart from just human behavior, which you will see anywhere and everywhere. I'm so grateful. Nigeria was like amazing. South Africa was amazing. I would definitely be back. Nigeria, if it's not next week, it's very soon. I'll be back. Anyway. With all these little stories, if there's anything you want me to deep dive into, let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Did I overpay on some things? Did I miss something for you? Just talk to your girl. Let me know. And yeah, we can talk through and jam on it and share experiences, especially. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. I am ranting and I'm going now. Goodbye. Stay safe. Mwah.